dark in here. Pretty dark in here. I'm gonna light a candle. That didn't really do any good at all. Yo, look at, I lit a candle, but it doesn't really do anything to light my face. Hey, what's up, everyone? Alright, I'm gonna sit in the dark for now. Whatever. So quiet in here. Hey, Jeremy Muzzy. Wow. Some old school people in here. Nick and PP. What does the PP stand for? I wonder. Pardon. Nah, never mind. I'm not even going to try. Let's see here. Yeah, so what's up, guys? Talk to me about some stuff. I haven't been on here in a long time. Can you hear me and all that? You got to let me know if I can be heard. Because you never know when it comes to me doing a stream. There could be no fucking audio for all I know. All right. What is everyone doing this Saturday night? I'm going to pop out the chat here so I can get it over here. There we go. Where's my beer? You can hear me. Okay. Well, good. At least something went right. I haven't done a live stream in so long that I didn't like you know how YouTube changes every month? So I'm all trying to figure out how to go live and I'm just getting pissed off. I'm like, I don't understand. But it really was pretty easy. Oh yeah, I've got this Tecate. That's what I'm drinking. It's pretty cheap. You can get a 30-pack for like $15. So what about you? What you guys drinking? What's up, homie G Skillet? Jonathan, what's up? What's up? I could turn this light on over here, but then it'll be so bright. It will like, you will only see this light if I turn it on. Rise of Skywalker? Seriously? Yeah, I have zero interest. The Last Jedi killed it for me. It was so horrendous that I don't even care anymore. And drink any of the Beast lately? No, see, this is a problem actually, because I can't find regular Milwaukee's Best in a 30-pack. They've got Milwaukee's Best Ice. They got Milwaukee's Best Light in a 30-pack. No original Beast. So no, unfortunately, I have not. I'm playing Doom 2, hanging out with the wifey. You're already married? Damn, dude. Really? You're already married? That's cool. Congratulations, Nick. That's pretty amazing. I'm still very lonely myself. Did I like Chucky 2019? Yeah, it was entertaining. It was entertaining. Hello, Darkness Demon. Everyone else? Crystal Lake. I watched the AJ versus Ruiz fight. Cool, cool. Tiger Man. Oh, I'm bored as fuck. I was going to sit outside tonight by the fire, drink beer, and listen to music, and then it started raining. So here I am. There was a birthday party going on outside, and it was extremely loud, like 30 children screaming, and it just went quiet like as soon as I started this stream. I'm kind of wondering what happened out there. Got any weed? Unfortunately, I do not. Otherwise, I'd be hitting it up right now, because I think part of the reason why I'm a little pissy is because I don't have any bud. What are your favorite rock metal bands? Marilyn Manson, Pantera, Korn, Destruction, Lamb of God, Calmall, Children of Bodom. Just goes on and on and on and on and on. I like Insiferum. Septic Flesh is really good. Skeleton Witch is pretty cool. Have you seen Dr. Sleep yet? No. I'll see it when it comes out on VOD. But I've been in your chair like years, but I don't know if it's personal. But why you quit YouTube? There's like 12 reasons. There's a lot of reasons. One of them is my laptop is dead. That I edited on for 7 years. It finally, how do they say that? It bought the farm or whatever. It's gone. So anyway, that's just one though. Being attacked by the fucking Halloween community because I didn't care about the Halloween 2018 trailer, like being hardcore attacked by that whole community was a big reason why I said, fuck it. I don't want to be on here anymore. That's what it's going to be. And like Halloween being my favorite movie. So now this community of my favorite movie was fucking attacking me. And I was like, fuck this. I don't need this shit. Anyway, you asked. I just saw Korn. That's cool. Yeah, their new album's pretty damn good. Pretty cool. That song Hard Live? Yeah, Harder's a badass song. And it really, I think a lot of us can relate to that song. What do you guys, tell me about you guys. Let's talk about horror or whatever. We can talk about whatever, but like tell me about the stuff you guys have been watching and whatnot. And I'll tell you, I've been watching the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. Planet Neptune, what up? And like I said, I saw the new Child's Play, 3 from Hell. A lot of my old school 80s stuff that I watch. Some of them good, some of them really fucking bad. Don't ever watch the movie Grotesque with Linda Blair from the 80s. It was horrible. How was 3 from Hell? Here's my thoughts on 3 from Hell. It was fun spending more time with those characters, but it was basically the PG-13 version of The Devil's Rejects. You could tell that Rob Zombie was cutting away from a lot of the kills, a lot of the gore and the violence. He would cut away, and it was just it was a little watered down. And after watching, The Devil's Rejects, where I felt like I needed to go take a shower and then go to church afterwards, it was kind of a sick movie, but in a good way. Yeah, 3 from Hell, entertaining enough, but definitely the PG-13 version. Blood Rage, oh yeah, that movie is interesting because it sort of frustrates me. Blood Rage, when I watch it, it's like I love so bad they're good movies, but then it's really so bad. It's almost hard to find the good in the bad. You're surprised that this came up in your recommendation box? So am I, because I hear sometimes when I put out stuff, people are like, months later, I didn't even know you uploaded. I didn't see it. No, I've not seen It Chapter 2. I actually have no interest, and especially at almost 3 hours long. I'm sure I'll see it. I've heard it's pretty lame compared to the first one, but we'll see. Death hugs, fucking A. Yeah, if anybody starts talking smack, you just hug the shit out of them. I've never seen Trilogy of Terror, any of those movies. I'm sure I'll get around to it, though. I always think about it. Specifically, Part 2. Jeremy, what's up with Part 2? It was still fun. Oh, what's up, Josh? Yeah, I can imagine. I guess I should. It's just that run time. I don't understand why that kind of a jump scares. The movie needs to be almost 3 hours long. I've seen The Majorettes. Actually, I guess I have to put it this way. I've seen the first half. I think that I got too drunk and passed out during the second half of The Majorettes, so I'll watch it again. The original It, I don't care about the original It. What's up, Sean? Or Shane, sorry. I don't know where Sean came from. Let's see here. Is it too dark? Or can you guys see me fine? I got night mode on, so it's just black screen. Besides Suspiria, have any of the Dario Argento's movies? I've seen a few of them. I've seen about a handful of Argento movies. Phenomenon is interesting, and Tenebrae, or I always pronounce that wrong, Tenebrae. And did he do Deep Red? I'm pretty sure he did. I've seen some others. Jason X is dark. So is the Friday the 13th remake. I know I pointed that out. I guess I have lost weight. I try to exercise. I can only do so much with a bad back. I don't know much about the Friday the 13th rights situation except that Victor, I don't know. It's a weird situation because I don't know what Victor Miller may have gotten, or maybe he got ripped off. But here, with the game came out, introduces a whole new generation to Friday the 13th. It's doing great. Everybody was involved in the game. You had Kane in there, you had Harry Manfredini, I think Sean Cunningham was producing. Everybody was involved, and then poor, Victor Miller was probably just sitting off on the side going, well, I get a piece of this. So I feel for him, but it also sucks that, it's holding up another movie, and I'd love another movie. Do I still play the game? Sometimes. I miss it. The game was fun, but I don't play as much as I used to. Do you have a favorite movie of the year? Well, I don't watch new movies, really. Literally, I've probably seen that many 2019 movies. Do you guys play the game? Anyway, let me drink some beer and get to you. I'm running out of breath already. Watch Psycho 1 through 3 for the first time. Oh, you're welcome. Hope you enjoyed. They're interesting movies. You wouldn't think that the Psycho franchise would be any good after part 1, but they're actually pretty good. I don't know. Best horror movie to watch while you're high is very subjective. And I just watch the old school stuff for the most part. I think something like Phantasm, with its dreamlike nature, can be very interesting to a high mind. In fact, the last time I went and seen it, the last time I saw Phantasm, I saw it in the theater. It was playing in the theater, so I got baked and went and seen it, and it was pretty fun. Other than that, I'm sure I'll think of it after the stream. After the stream, and then I'll go, oh, that would have been the good answer. You love the Friday the 13th re-money? I wish I could. I think that first 15 minutes is so good. It's so good. I like the characters. And then they all get killed, and then just assholes show up. Just a bunch of shitty assholes. Yeah, Jacob's Ladder is such a great movie. I really love it. I haven't seen the remake. I'm sure I never will. I haven't heard anybody even mention it. I think there's a lot of people that don't even know it exists. But Jacob's Ladder is seriously underrated, I think. Friday the 13th Vengeance fan film. I've not seen that. I don't drink anymore because my father-in-law, he truly spooked me. Oh, I think you told me that before. Yo, it's been a long time. Fucking A, it has. Yeah, if my laptop didn't die, I would still be making videos. At my pace, which my pace is like 1 or 2 a month, but there still would have been videos. Unfortunately, right now I just don't really have a way of editing. So I've never seen Prophecy. I've heard about it my whole life. Nigga, it's the kid. Thanks. I actually, while trying to set up this stream, not knowing what I was doing, I went through like 5 or 6 tries. And for like the first 4 tries, the name of this stream was Sup Nigga. But then after like the 7th try, I was like, I better change it because that'll just get me shut down. Saw Green Room. You dig it. Yeah, I need to finish Green Room. Sometimes I just watch half a movie. I was kind of spooked by Green Room. I do need to finish it though. When she cuts that guy's belly open, I was like, oh, it looked so gross. But I'm glad it looked real. I appreciate effects that look good like that. See, I watched. So let's talk about my '80s that I love. I watched Doom Asylum, which, as far as I know, is not a trauma movie, but it basically was a trauma movie. It was that kind of really bad, but like purposefully sort of off. And I found it to be hilarious. Doom Asylum. It's fucking retarded, so check it out. But don't ever watch Grotesque. What was the other ones? Oh God, they just all start to blend together. Oh, if you're asking me about prom night, what my choice is, prom night one or two, I'm gonna go with two because prom night, the first prom night is not a good movie. It's not good. It's really just pretty lame. But I like prom night two, and I even like prom night three because it's kind of goofy. It's goofy. I almost watched Prom Night 4 last night, but instead I watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original. What did I think of Fright Night? I assume you're asking me about the original Fright Night. Of course, I like Fright Night. I like Fright Night 1 and 2. And I saw the remake when it came out, and I thought it was all right, but I never watched it again. No, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about the new Black Christmas. There's another one, eh? They're just gonna keep remaking it every 10 years. I wonder if they'll ever make a good one, or if the quality will just always go down, and they'll just keep remaking it because, like, hey, people recognize that name. Let's fucking pull a fast one on them again. The van kill. I do like the van kill. I do like that van. I'm a van fan. I'm a van fan. I wish I had a van. It's so quiet in here. I might put on some music because who gives a fuck? White vans, not so much. Not so much kidnap vans. I'm not. See, that's what I was talking to somebody about. That I was like, it kind of sucks being a van fan because they have a bad reputation. Thanks a lot, kidnappers. The TMC van or the Halloween van? I'd go with the Halloween van, but if I could own the Texas Chainsaw Massacre van just for the film history, that would be so awesome. You moved? Well, no, I not in about a year and a half, which is a long time for me to not move. I have candy though. What kind of candy? You got M&Ms? If you got M&Ms, we might strike a deal here. Ichi the Killer? What is that? I've heard of it, but I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I thought about doing Friday the 13th, the game for this, so I wouldn't have to be on cam, but because I kind of get distracted, like trying to talk to you guys and play at the same time, so I thought I'd just focus on answering questions and chatting with y'all. My favorite candy is probably peanut butter M&Ms. Those things are like fucking heroin. I'm not even kidding. Those things are heroin. I can't stop. Like even when I'm feeling like I've had too much chocolate, and I find myself like, why am I still eating them? I'm still fucking eating that shit. Thinking of living in a van? Yeah, I would. Down by the river. I wish I had an RV. I'd live in an RV. Maybe not like a bus RV, but and I live in an RV. The state of horror now is whacked. It is, yeah. Yeah. Somebody asked me earlier about Hereditary and Midsummer, and I don't care about those kinds of movies. You really don't want to get me started on certain things. I know people they're like, oh, we love it when you rant. Now there's certain Pandora's boxes you don't want to open. Hereditary is just another fucking stupid satanic movie. And I've not seen Midsummer. I'm sure it's probably the same shit. Halloween 2018 wasn't that bad. I beg to differ. But I understand why people like it. I fucking hate it. I love when you do rants on movies. Well, that's what people say until I rant about something that the community holds dear, and then everyone fucking turns on me. Eric High stories. Hmm. Well, you've probably heard them all. I'm sure you've heard them all. One of your old videos, you talked about the 1989 movie Intruder. Yeah, I watched that about a month ago. Intruder. I watched it. Well, it was before Halloween. I love Intruder quite a bit. It's a shame that the trailer gives away the fucking twist. Like, who does that? Who does that in the trailer? Who does that? So if you've not seen Intruder 1989, check it out. Don't watch the trailer, but watch it. It's a good grocery store slasher. And I don't know if there's another one of those. Is there another grocery store slasher that exists? There probably at least one, I guess. Probably at least one. Chopping Mall. Fucking A. Yeah. You know what I figured out? When I did my review for Chopping Mall, I said, I mentioned how, like, when I was a kid, I would see the cover and be not interested. And I didn't understand why I wasn't interested in. So it took me until being an adult to watch Chopping Mall. But thinking about it, I figured it out. Is because there's like a robot hand holding the shopping bags, and then I read the back and it's about robots. So I was interested in Shopping Mall when I thought it was a slasher in the mall. And then when I read the back and it's like, oh, robots. I don't care about killer robots. So I didn't watch it until I was an adult. And then, yeah, I wish I had. I don't know if I would have liked it as much as a child. I'm sure I would have. I probably would have loved the shit out of it. But yeah, it's one of those movies I wish I didn't sit on. All right, reading some comments. I'm taking a fat rip. Man, I wish. I wish I was taking a fat rip. But have you ever heard of the game developer Puppet Combo now? They're made to look like 80s horror movies. Puppet Combo? All right, that's cool. Have you seen Night of the Dead Chicken? No, I've never heard of that. Or Night of the Chicken Dead. I read it and my dyslexia kicked in there. Wasn't there a movie called Intruder? I think there's about 5 movies called Intruder. Yeah, there's movies called Intruder, and then there's movies called Intruders. So that's why when I said earlier, I was like, Intruder, 1989, I made sure to point out the date. How old are you? I'm 40 years old. Maniac or Maniac Cop? I don't know. I'm not as familiar with Maniac as I should be. It's one of those movies I've seen and I don't remember very much about it. I like Maniac Cop, but as you guys should know, I'm a big supporter of Maniac Cop 2. Maniac Cop 2 is such a good movie. The black in me? Oh, because black don't crack? Oh, yeah. No, I've not seen the Psycho Cop movies because when I put them on, and then I realized somebody shot that shit on their camcorder. Not that I haven't seen camcorder movies before, but it's hard for me to get into. Maybe I should totally try to sit all the way through Psycho Cop. Would you recommend it? I have seen camcorder movies before, like basically any trauma movie. What is it called? The murder movie. I definitely have seen them. Some of them are all right. Like there's something out there. I believe that's a camcorder movie. That's all right. It's all right. Leo, yeah, Leo Rossi is in Maniac Cop 2, and he does a good job. Kind of makes you realize he's an underrated actor. Ooh, hold on. So here's the thing. I have a lot of back pain, and so I might have to shift around a lot. And at some point, I'll just have to end the stream just because I'll have to go lay down. Yeah, it's really quiet in here. I might put on some music for the background and get the stream shut down. I'm going to do it. I don't give a fucks. Turn on my speaker. I don't give no fucks. No fucks. No, I don't give no fucks.
Connected.
Like the mob. Okay. I know I'm being weirdo Eric. Just bear with me. I don't give no fucks. Oh, if I gave a fuck, you would never know it. Who's the better killer, Cropsy or Angela? That's a hard one. Which Angela are we talking about here? Because there's distinctly different Angelas in the Sleepaway Camp franchise. I like Cropsy. He's cool. He's got a good look. He's got a weapon. He's got good kills. It's in the woods. Well, I guess Angela's in the woods too. But I'd probably choose Cropsy, but I want to say, like, I do like Angela, the original Angela. Yeah, she's cool. I think that Pamela Springsteen's depiction of Angela in the sequels is quite hilarious. It's like it's so dumb. Like that part where she's the girl is in the cabin with her and she's just blabbering on and on. So Angela's looking for a weapon. She's trying to find. So she grabs like the stereo. She's like, "Should I hit her with this? Should I strangle her?" I thought that shit was pretty funny. Good question, though. Happy birthday. Well, that was many months ago. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, Muzzy. Why didn't people confront the pedophile in Sleepaway Camp? Yeah, because I was fucked up. He was right out in the open with it. Like, stop. Can't wait to rape kids. Like, that guy should have been boiled alive a long time ago. Maybe it's because it was the 80s. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. I don't know, but I would have done something. And you can't like turn them into the cops because a lot of cops are dirty and won't prosecute. You gotta go. You gotta like take out. Never mind. I'm saying too much. I'm not a vendetta killer. I'm not a vigilante. I swear. You're waiting until marriage. You like Black Sabbath? The goddamn, of course I do. Look. Do I like Black Sabbath? Shit. I love Black Sabbath. I got another one too. Adeline, Horror World. Oh, I don't really like Dio Sabbath very much. Not a big fan of Dio. It's okay. It's a little geeky for me. But I like Black Sabbath. I might say that I think that my favorite Black Sabbath album would be Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Yeah, did you hear the new Ozzy songs? He's put out 2 new songs recently. Check them out. Oh, nice. Jason Lives. Right on, right on. Right on. It's a classic. Yeah, Volume 4 Sabbath is great too. Those are actually my 2 favorites, I think. And then, well, Master of Reality is right up there because that was my first Black Sabbath album, and it's so solid. It's like just a completely fucking solid album. So those would be my top 3s. We're talking. I'm all over the place here. I'm talking to you guys about Black Sabbath and horror at the same time. Which Black Sabbath is named after a horror movie called Black Sabbath. You ever seen it? I have. Check it out. Oh my god, I'm like running out of breath. Normally there's like somebody else here to talk with me. It's just me doing all the talking. Final chapter is better though. I'd agree. Friday final chapter is better than Jason Lives, but both are fantastic in my opinion. I wish we could get another Friday. Hopefully this issue with the rights, maybe somebody's actually taking the time to write it. Maybe I should write it. Maybe I should write a Friday the 13th script. I finished my Halloween script like 6 months ago. But yeah, hopefully somebody is putting in the effort to make a decent back to basics Friday the 13th movie. And hopefully if they ever make it, somebody sets up a few fucking lights when they shoot it so it's not all like this, even darker than this. Yeah, maybe I should probably write a Friday the 13th fan script. I don't know what I'd call it. I'd have to give that some thought. I'm sure I could come up with some stupid puns. Cabin Fever? I don't care about Cabin Fever movies. Wasn't it supposed to be in the winter? Yeah, that idea's been kicked around, and I wasn't down with that idea for a long time, but I think I'm all right with it now, having thought about it for a few years on a college campus. Um, well, you would certainly get plenty of teenage antics, or not teenage, but like young people antics. You probably can fit plenty of nudity and beer drinking into a Friday the 13th on college. Jason goes to college. Jason takes Harvard or some shit like that. Yeah, well, it could work, I guess, as long as there's woods nearby for them to go and fool around and get killed in. And then whatever. I still think to this day they need to redo Jason Takes Manhattan and do it right. No, I don't care about Hostel either. The movie disturbed me. So you could have Friday the 13th in a college campus during winter in New York. Just cover all your bases. Oh, The Collector is great. Yeah, I haven't seen the sequel though, but I have seen The Collector, and that's a good movie. Good movie. See, there's more to The Collector than there is to say like Hostel. Hostel's just like shock for the sake of shock, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I I'm kind of picky about some stuff. If you hadn't noticed, thanks for hanging out with me anyway, everyone. Appreciate it. See what happens when I turn the light on. See how bright it is. Yeah, look at that shit. Yeah, I kind of thought about why couldn't Miss Voorhees come back? Jason did. So, well, I guess he didn't. It depends on what you believe about this series. She would just have to stitch her head onto her body. Not a big deal. Yeah, Nick saw movies. I've seen 1.5 of those movies. Yes, indeed. I'm drinking cervezas. See, cervezas. I'm drinking beer. Jesus Christ, what else is there to do? Of course, I'm drinking beers. You kidding me? Fucking kidding me? Yeah, man. It's the most talked about franchise ever as far as horror goes. Friday the 13th is the most popular, most talked about franchise. They need to keep that shit going. I agree that I would definitely be down with a new Nightmare on Elm Street if Robert Englund came back, or even if he didn't. The idea that I've been saying for literally the past 5 years now, that there can be more than one dream demon. Freddy Krueger doesn't need to be the only dream demon. He's awesome, and I would love to see Robert back, but if they can't get him, I don't want somebody else to come in and try to play Freddy Krueger. As much as we would love him, and never want. I guess they'll just resort to doing CGI, a deep fake Freddy and they'll just start churning them out one a year with their deep fake Freddy. You know what's going to happen. Whatever. But I think it's all right. You could have a different kind of dream demon. I think some kind of female, maybe a witch-ish kind of fucked up female dream demon. That could work. But they wouldn't take that risk. You know how it is. Haven't seen that recent Chainsaw Massacre film. Is it any good? You mean Leatherface? Wasn't that come out a few years ago? I liked it, and I'm the only person that liked it. I only saw it one time. So basically, that means everyone else hated it because I liked it. Because that's the way it fucking goes for some reason. I only saw it one time. I enjoyed it well enough, but it kind of the end was a little bit strange because they really make you feel sympathy for Leatherface. See what I mean? Everyone's going to say how bad they think it is. Yeah, I thought 3D was terrible. Oh, thank God I'm not the only one. Yeah. See, I didn't think it was fantastic or anything, but I enjoyed it. It really did. It came off to me like it really had that kind of morbid sensibility that the first few Texas Chainsaws had. It had that, which I appreciate. But it was weird, like watching Leatherface go from being really sympathetic, likable character to at the end, he's supposed to now be Leatherface, the cannibal chainsaw wielding psycho. Maybe they just shouldn't have called it Leatherface, is what I'm thinking. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was something that was thrown in to cash in. Maybe it was a script that was already written, and they're like, hey, if we just add the name Leatherface and give him a chainsaw at the end, shit. Have you seen the remake, Texas Chainsaw remake? Because it's pretty good. I hadn't seen it in a minute though. Oh, really? Okay. Thanks, Josh, for clearing that up. It seems like that's sort of a thing that gets done these days, or maybe it was something that was always done, where they kind of take a script and they say, "Oh, if we just add this little thing here or there, we can make it a part of a franchise." Ben Grimm, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cool. I only watched it one time, and I really didn't like it. I can maybe try to watch it again. There was a few things I liked about it. When it was he sewing his face, like somebody's face onto his face, and wasn't he? I thought that was pretty cool. You're trying to trigger me. You know how to trigger me. You bring up Halloween 2018, and I'll just go fuck off. Yeah, exactly, Nick. That's what I'm talking about. Those Hellraiser movies. That happened with those quite a bit, and same with the Cloverfield Cloverfield movies. No, I don't really watch any Hannibal movies. Maybe I should check them out. Child's Play TV show. I guess I can check it out. I don't watch TV, but I watched like Ash versus Evil Dead, so I might check out a Child's Play TV show. Can you guys hear that music that I'm playing? Probably not. I've got a stack of movies right here in front of me. Some Hatchet. Is that Christmas music? No, I'm playing Fanny. They were an all-female classic rock group in the 70s. Hatchet 3. It's pretty good. Oh, shit. American Werewolf in London. The Interview. Now that's scary. And look, somebody was talking about this one. My Bloody Valentine. I love this movie. Those are the kind of movies that make you like, nobody brings them up until it's that time of year. Nobody talks about My Bloody Valentine till February. Nobody talks about Black Christmas till December. These movies are still great and should still be talked about. I got An American Haunting, which I've never seen. I don't know why I have it. I don't even know what it is. I got some Demon Knight here. DVDs. Remember those? Remember those? What's my favorite Christmas movie? Horror and non-horror. Probably Black Christmas for horror. Non-horror, Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is pretty funny. I like this movie called Christmas in the Clouds, but nobody else. Don't even watch it. Don't look it up. Nothing. You won't like it. It's a Native American movie, but I like it. Yeah. And with like My Bloody Valentine, this movie was really heavily edited. But yeah, you definitely got to find the unedited version because it's way better. And that shit with the editing is dumb. I don't understand the problem. I saw some cool kills in Silent Night, Deadly Night last night. Linnea Quigley getting, she got pinned to the reindeer, I guess. She was I hardly recognized her face. Isn't that funny? Like I was watching the movie and I was like, "That's Linnea Quigley's body." And I couldn't, but with her face, I really couldn't. I was like, "Oh, I guess I see it now," but I definitely recognized her body immediately. I was like, "That's Linnea Quigley's body." Garbage day indeed. I probably will watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 maybe tonight or tomorrow or sometime soon. I had been watching Joe Bob on Shudder until my Shudder subscription ran out and I got no monies to reinstitute it. I don't know what the word is. I had been though because I love Joe Bob Briggs. So I got actually a bunch of Monster Vision episodes on my computer here. So whenever I need a fix for some Joe Bob, I just put on one of these movies. What did you think of Midsummer there, Muzzy? You know what's interesting about movies like, because I've not seen Midsummer, but I did see Hereditary. And like movies like Hereditary and Get Out, I don't like them that much. So I'm going to try to turn this down. But I appreciate the effort that went into them because when it comes to the horror genre, a lot of it is very cheap. A lot of it is just get a horror movie out there with this low budget. So the fact that some budgets get put into it, some writing gets put into it, even if I don't really care for the movies, I still appreciate that they're trying. So there's that. What's up, Alvaro? Hopefully I said that right. I just bought a couple of DVDs just because they come in Joe Bob Briggs commentary tracks. Right on, right on. Which ones? Like I Spit on Your Grave. And he's done a lot of commentaries like for Samurai Cop and Blood Shack, I think. I'm not even sure. Is Joe Bob going to do a thing on the 13th? Man, I'm going to miss it. Oh, I see. Blood Shack. So I was all right. Okay. Really, dude? John, My Bloody Valentine was filmed in your hometown? Because that's pretty fucking sweet. You need to go around and do like a locations video. Wasn't it filmed in Saskatchewan or something? Something like that. Nova Scotia. Oh, see, I said it wrong. My bad. I'm not good at geography. That's definitely the kind of movie that he would do a commentary for, Ben. I gotta see this movie. That sounds amazing. Oh, that's great. Oh, I saw Zombieland 2 on Halloween. Does that count? That's a new movie. I saw a new movie. That counts. What else did I see? I'd have to actually literally go over here to Tubi. I'm gonna go check out. You bear with me here. I know I'm just sitting here quietly, staring at the screen. Here we go. It's hot. I might open my window up, which hopefully, like I said, I think that the children's screaming has stopped, so it might be all right for me to open my window. I tried to watch 31, couldn't do it, made it halfway, gave up. Oh, yeah, I watched the Poltergeist movies recently. Well, not recently, I guess it was a few weeks back. Poltergeist 2 is pretty good. Poltergeist 3 starts out good and then goes to crap. I watched Hell Baby, which was pretty funny. That's a newish one. Well, I guess not that new to you guys. It's new to me. And I've been meaning to watch Mountaintop Motel Massacre, so that's something I'll get around to soon. And I've also been thinking about watching the other Stepfather movies. Are those any good? Like the sequels, I mean? I hate white people that act black. Who's your favorite porn star? I don't really care about their names. This is a conversation I remember having a few years back on another stream. I don't really care what their names are. I'm just there to beat it. For Black Friday. What the fuck is Black Friday? No, I did not watch the new Mummy. Demon Express is on Tubi. Demon Express. Okay. Martial arts horror movie. All right, I'll give it a shot. I did watch Demon Wind a few times. That movie's whack. I'm gonna open my window. Hopefully it doesn't let in a bunch of noise. Give me a second. Yeah. I'm sure it's letting in some noise. I do like Seth Rogen, yes. I think he's pretty cool. And I think it's awesome how productive he is for being a stoner. Yeah. Yeah. All right here. I'm sure you can hear the dogs barking and all that. 420 every day. I wish. You guys need to mail me some weed. Nick, why are you going to watch the new Mummy? Why are you going to do that? Why? 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 It's not a horror movie. Fucking Tom Cruise Mummy. The fucking Mummy series has been an action series for so long. I want a horror Mummy. Fucking Indiana Jones with a fucking mummy shit. So now you're gonna get some ranting. You guys want some ranting? I'll throw some fucking ranting down. S. Rose, what up? I don't care about Godzilla at all. So there you go. But hey, I know everybody else enjoys Godzilla. So that's cool. There's some franchises that will definitely never end. You got Godzilla and James Bond. That shit will never end. They should just make James Bond versus Godzilla already and get it over with. Hopefully they just both kill each other and then we don't have to see this shit no more. That's the Sylvester talking. Why did you buy it, Nick? Why did you buy the Mummy? I won't. Really, the original Mummy? I guess I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen the original Mummy. I know it was supposed to be. Weren't those supposed to be horror movies in the beginning? And if you're talking about the Brendan Fraser mummies, those were definitely not the originals. Because you were curious. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I think they should give it a shot with a fucking mummy horror movie instead of it's been an action series long enough. Just give it one shot. Try to make a scary, legitimately scary mummy movie. Yeah, see, I never cared about those Brendan Fraser movie. I just didn't. It was Indiana Jones with a mummy. But I know they're very popular. I like how the more I express my opinions, the more the number of viewers drops. Every time I shit on something, it's like, whoop, nope. You didn't like the Mummy? I'm out. You didn't like Halloween? I'm out. It's going to be me here talking to myself. It'll say 0 viewers. I'm just going to be talking to myself. Speaking of talking to myself, why didn't anybody watch my latest Drunken Terry? I mean, I put it out months ago, but it got very few views. I almost wonder if people just didn't know it was uploaded, or if people just don't give no fucks about Shocker. I agree, Adeline, and I wish Hollywood. Sometimes they. Yeah, mostly they just care about money. Oh, is there a new Candyman? Is that the one by Jordan Peele? Isn't he producing or directing or something? I'm interested because I really like Candyman, and there hasn't been a good one since the original. And that was a long time ago. As long as somebody's got passion to bring to a project. See, that's what I need to clarify about remakes. I don't fundamentally hate them all across the board. I like remakes when somebody brings passion to it, when somebody maybe brings a new twist to it that works. But the Nightmare on Elm Street remake being the perfect example of not bringing anything at all to it. It's just like, you recognize this title, you'll go see it, and that was all that was about. So those are the kind of remakes that I despise. A remake that actually brings something to the table, that's a different story. I think you started the commentary trend. I did start those in 2012. I was thinking about this literally last night, about how much YouTube has changed since I started in 2012 to now. And yeah, I think that I was one of the first to do kind of a few things. I don't know. I'm not. It's hard to say whether I was really one of the first ones to do commentaries on YouTube, but I never saw anybody else doing them when I started. And also, when I started, there wasn't another horror channel with production to it. It was always somebody sitting in front of their DVD collection. So that's just me patting myself on the back there, going, "Good job, Eric." Yeah, well, you motherfuckers need to go watch my Shocker Drunken Terry. It's feeling lonely. And I know it's Shocker. I understand it's not a great movie. Which is, oh, Jason Goes to Hell is definitely worse, in my opinion. I actually have kind of come to forgive Freddy's Dead. I think the worst thing about Freddy's Dead is Freddy, but I like all the backstory. Um, I just wish, I wish Freddy didn't become a comedian. Him cracking wise once in a while is fine. Becoming a complete cartoon, no, no, no. But I definitely have to say, Jason Goes to Hell. Think about it this way: in Jason Goes to Hell, the protagonist that saves the day is not even introduced in the movie until like the 40-minute mark. Think about that. The protagonist isn't even introduced till halfway through the movie. That movie sucks. Nah, there's no goal with the channel now. Like I said, I would still be making videos, but my laptop died. But as far as like, isn't YouTube always in trouble? Like now there's a new thing, COPA. There's a new threat. So later on, Nick. All right, let's see. Yeah, he talks. What does he say? Oh yeah, he talks when he's in that other guy's body. Shocker has a good soundtrack anyway. Yeah, I've got the soundtrack right over here. I don't need to show you. You believe me. Don't you? You know what? I'll show you. Just in case you don't believe me. Shocker! Shocker! That's why I don't sing. Yeah, that's Last House on the Left or Hills Have Eyes. I'd have to go with Hills Have Eyes. I don't know the Last House movies very well because I don't do rape movies. Kind of disturbed me. I like Hills Have Eyes though. The original and the remake is pretty good. And there's movies that I'm not particularly fond of in franchises that I still will watch sometimes, like Freddy's Dead, or even once in a while I'll put on Halloween 6. Not a big fan, but sometimes just to get a Michael Myers fix. But when it comes to Jason Goes to Hell, I never put that on. John Carpenter is also my favorite director. Yeah. I watched Assault on Precinct 13 for the first time about a month and a half ago, and it was pretty damn good. I really liked it, and it had that slow pace, that stillness that I really like about a John Carpenter movie. Have you guys seen Assault on Precinct 13, the original? I don't know if I've seen the remake. Oh, you saying the first Halloween movie you saw was the fourth one? It wasn't my first one seeing it, but I was the same age too when 4 and 5 came out, and I saw those movies back then. So yeah, I was about 10. Yeah, I was about 10. Yeah, check out Assault on Precinct 13, but be ready for a slow burn movie. So if you're one of those people that get bored, don't bother. But otherwise, it's pretty good. It really made me miss John Carpenter. Made me miss his slow burn style. Oh my God, everybody's driving by. All of a sudden. Hey, Oliver. Would I like to see a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street or a sequel to 3, 40 Years On with Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, and Patricia Arquette. It could, yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. I know they're all getting pretty old, though. They would have to be like parents of the new Elm Street kids or something, so you could still have them in there, but then you still have some young blood. So it's not just a bunch of old people. Yeah. Right on, Adeline. Oh, really? You saw the remake and not the original? So we'll have to switch it up. You watch the original, and I'll have to watch the remake, and then we'll both do a book report. I don't know why it took me so long to get around to it. I guess I just assumed that I thought it's his first film, maybe it won't be very good, So I guess I just kind of always put it on the back burner. But I finally saw it, and I really liked it. Dark Star would be his first. I kind of assumed that was his student film. Wasn't Dark Star his student film? That's why I don't consider it his first feature. But I could be wrong on that. Maybe that's not how directors see their work. But I was just thought it was his student film, and then so I thought Assault was his first feature. And I believe it was the producer of Assault on Precinct 13. His name was Michael Myers, and that's where they got the name for the shape in his next film, Halloween. Look at this, still dropping the trivia like I ain't missed a day. Dropping it like it's hot. I haven't seen Dark Star. I've only seen clips. So again, I'm going to have to go back and get over it and watch these things. I'm sure, and then I'll watch Dark Star. I'll go, why did I wait so long? What the f is wrong with me? I'll tell you what, though. Aside from the few, that 90s John Carpenter, though, I like In the Mouth of Madness and Vampires, it's okay. But, you're talking Village of the Damned, I don't think I've ever even seen it. I've never even seen John Carpenter's Village of the Damned. I've never seen it, ever. What else did he do at that time? Ghost of Mars? Never seen it because it looked like ass. Oh, yeah. Big Trouble. Big Trouble's pretty cool. I really like how John had such variety going on throughout the 80s. All of his movies. Really did have a lot of variety there. But then he would come back to horror, and I appreciate that too. His 80s movies are awesome. Worst horror sequel, mine is Exorcist 2. I think The Exorcist 2 is the worst movie probably ever, and that definitely qualifies as probably the worst sequel. Exorcist 2, oh my God, I couldn't even fucking sit through that movie. I like The Exorcist 3, though, a lot. Exorcist 3 is legit, but Exorcist 2, woo! Talk about a stinker. I had somebody try to make me watch Exorcist 2. They tried to convince me that it was a good movie, and I just was laughing at how shitty it was. No, Jaws 2 ain't that bad. Jaws 2 ain't no Exorcist 2. That's a different level of fucking horrendous. What Exorcist starts off in the desert? Well, the first one. Probably all of them, but yeah, the first one. The original Exorcist is great. Exorcist 3 is great. Haven't seen anything past that. Yeah, I'm trying to think about other really, really bad sequels. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 was something we've been talking about a lot because of this time of year. Troll 2. Oh, there's some bad ones out there, though. Let me tell you. Yeah, there are 2 versions of Exorcist 3. I think I've seen both. I have. Why is the second so bad? Because it's It's like abstract. Uh, Fuck, how do you even explain Exorcist 2? It's like if you had a 116-degree fever and you were laying in bed shivering and sweating and having visions. That's the Exorcist 2, and it's not a good experience. It's not like you're having visions of heaven and it's awesome. No, this is a shitty. This is like nightmare fuel. It's bad, not like nightmare fuel. Like ooh, it's scary horror. It's just nightmare fuel, and like you never know what the fuck is going on. Seed of Chucky is the worst movie ever made. It's not my favorite. Yeah. I can't believe Exorcist 2 turned out as bad as it did. How did that shit ever get released? Not only that, but when it got released, it got pulled from theaters because it was so bad. There's some really bad Leprechaun movies. You say that again. I would still put the Leprechaun movies over Exorcist 2. I'm pretty sure we found the benchmark here. I think that's the one that's the worst of all time. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think of other things that could possibly be that bad. Who would hate? Who would hate The Exorcist? I don't get it. Yeah, Sleepaway Camp 4 sucks, but that's not even a movie. That's just a clip show. That's legitimately not even a movie. It shouldn't even exist as something that we can talk about. I thought Cult of Chucky was worse than Seed of Chucky. Yeah. I think I would say I think Cult of Chucky sucks worse. See, now watch, the numbers are going to drop again. He doesn't like Cult of Chucky. I'm out of here. Thumbs up. What? Well, I'm never going to watch Cinematic Venom. If he hates Exorcist 1 and 3, yeah, I guess some of those Hellraiser movies are pretty terrible. That's true, but still, Exorcist 2. And it couldn't be any more different than the first one. I think that's a big thing about what makes it so bad. It's not just a really bad movie, but it doesn't even match the original in tone and subject matter. Guilty pleasure horror movie, yeah. Sleepaway Camp 2. But then again, I like nothing but guilty pleasure horror movies. Black Roses, stuff like that. Really, really bad movies that make me laugh. Chud 2. I do like TCM Next Generation. The only person that likes TCM Next Generation. I've not seen Pandorum or Oculus, actually. Are any of the sequels to Hellraiser any good? You guys answer that question for him. I think the second one is I think I like the third Hellraiser and like sort of a guilty pleasure kind of way, like you were saying. And then after that, I'm pretty fuzzy on the Hellraiser movies. I remember everybody begging me to do Hellraiser franchise for years. Hellraiser franchise review. And I was like, are you guys serious? How many of those are there? And then they would just get like worse and worse. Was there adventure in The Exorcist too? All I remember is weird shots, moths flying, tribesmen dancing, and then Linda Blair in a glass room. Oh my God, everybody's driving by. It's a Saturday night. There's parties going on. I guess it's going to happen. Hey, thanks a lot, Gabriel. Thanks to everybody for tuning in and talking to me on this Saturday night. Oh, I've not seen the Ninth Configuration. That might have been a movie I saw when I was like young. Cool and interesting, funny film. Yeah, I should check it out. I have heard about the Ninth Configuration for sure, and I'm a fan of William Peter Blatty at this point. He spits out a tomato. Oh, that's right, he does. I remember when he roars. Did you watch Three from Hell? I did. We already talked about that earlier. See, you were late. I did watch it. I thought it was okay, but it was a watered down version of Devil's Rejects, which is a shame because I really liked being with those characters again. If only they could have upheld the standards of the intense scenes. They just cut away from every kill. They would cut away. Like, what? Since when does Rob Zombie cut away from a kill? Terrifier. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Here we go. I liked the clown, and I liked the kills and the effects, and I hated the writing and the characters so much. But everybody else loves Terrifier. Nobody else seems to care about characters like I do. That's been my experience. A lot of people just want to see the kills and stuff, and that's what excites them, which I also enjoy. But I really like having characters that I enjoy. And I thought the characters in Terrifier were fucking horrible, which is a shame because, as I said, I liked the killer and I liked the kills. So it was halfway there. It was halfway there. Yeah, like you said, Terrifier, good and bad. I'd have to agree. It was good and bad. If they could keep the killer and keep those kills and effects and get me some at least semi-likable characters, then we're on board. I thought the main chick was cute and Terrifier. So they had that going for it. I've not seen the other movie because Terrifier is based on another movie called All Hallows Eve. I'll have to check it out. I think I was watching it. I don't know why I didn't finish it. God damn it, I do that so much. Yeah, see, John, I feel like what I found in a lot of modern horror is that there's not a lot of people I root for anymore. I just hate all the characters almost all the time. I find everyone and a lot of characters in modern horror to just be vapid and annoying. It's an anthology. Oh, is it? Because I get it. Like, you definitely want the one or two. You want a few characters in there that are annoying, and you can't wait to see them die. But everybody can't be annoying. All right, later on, Adeline, Horror World. Later on. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, Ben. I understood. Going back to what I mentioned earlier, Halloween 4 as a little kid was a very memorable moment for me. I agree. I remember seeing, because I've told this story enough times. I'll give you the short version. Went to see Halloween 5. We got kicked out. So then we just rented Halloween 4, and that was my first time seeing it. I would have seen Halloween 5 before 4, so maybe it's a good thing that we got kicked out of the theater. But yeah, we watched Halloween 4, and I was 10 years old, and I was scared all night. All I could see was Michael Myers in the darkness. But that's what it's about. Oh, really? Okay. Thanks, Ben, for. Okay. I will finish All Hallows Eve. I think I had to go somewhere. I don't remember why I didn't finish it. I didn't dislike it, but there was something that interrupted me. Yeah, Evil Dead's a pretty freaky movie. I can imagine if you saw that at any kind of a young age, that'd probably mess you up a little bit. Evil Dead with just constant demons laughing. It's an hour and a half of demons laughing. No, I'm not looking forward to any more Halloween movies. If they bring the suspense to the new Halloweens, because it's not like I don't want there to be more, but I want them to bring the suspense back. That was a big reason why the first Halloween became a worldwide phenomenon. It set it apart from all the other horror movies, all the other slashers. Suspense, tension. I thought Halloween 2018 barely had any suspense or tension at all. And that's like a main character of the original movie. If they can bring that back, then yes, I would be interested in seeing Halloween Kills and Ends. If they bring the suspense, bring it, please, please. It's a big deal. It really is. I saw Fire in the Sky when I at the theater, and I lived in Snowflake where that happened. I used to live in Snowflake as a child, and yeah, I thought that alien sequence in Fire in the Sky is very scary. That shit's scary. Yeah, I like all the Evil Dead movies myself, and the show. I really love the show too, even though it was a lot more comedy. Well, I guess a lot of the sequels were pretty comedic. I've never seen Darkness Falls. Is that the one about the Tooth Fairy? I'm gonna have to go get another beer here in a minute, guys. Woo! Oh, I've got a message. I better check my messages. I've not seen the new Joker. I want to. I will soon. I feel like I really, really closely relate to. Like I've not seen the new Joker movie, but I feel like I can relate very closely to that character. I feel like I'm always about to snap and become the Joker, and that's not even a joke. Er, I heard it's good. Yeah, I'm interested for sure in seeing it because, like I said, I think I'm gonna very, very closely relate to that movie. I'm gonna go get a few more beers. If you guys are gonna hang out for the minute that it'll take me, okay? I'll be right back. I'll be right back, everybody. You take this time to go to bathroom break. Go get yourselves a drink. Pack a ball. I'll be right back. I'm back, bitch nuggets. Mother suckers. What did I miss? Did everybody get naked as soon as I left? He's finally gone. Everybody started ripping farts. I'm talking to you fools. That's what I'm up to. Putting a lime in my cerveza. I'm bopping around to the music I got going. You still talk to the guys from the horror show channel? I don't. Best horror of the decade. Yeah, you guys talk amongst yourselves about that. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. I uh, I I went into a cocoon, as you know, because I you haven't seen me around for months and months. But I really had to get away from everyone and everything for a long time and deal with my inner issues. So I really dropped off the map. The Evil Dead, um, yeah, there was the Evil Dead is based on I think that they're kind of a student film that Sam Raimi made called Within the Woods, I believe, and I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. If I got the title wrong, somebody will correct me, but check out. I think it's called Within the Woods. It's what Evil Dead is based on. So check it out. Bone Tomahawk is excellent, excellent movie. I can get behind some Bone Tomahawk. I agree. PG-13 is no good for horror, man. The, like maybe the ghost movies can be PG-13. Monster movies, slasher movies definitely should not be PG-13. That's some bullshit. Oh yeah, Upgrade was pretty awesome. I can say I liked Upgrade quite a bit. See, I do watch some modern stuff once in a while. All these, you can hear these cars, right? I'm gonna close my window now. It's too fucking loud. Close that down a little bit. It's definitely been a paranormal kind of decade. I feel like the past 10 years, ever since Paranormal Activity came out, paranormal movies, whether it's a little doll, rag doll, or it's a ghost or whatever, it's Cabin in the Woods is awesome. I agree. I like it. 30 degrees outside. Fuck. Well, move. Move out of there. What are you doing? Don't stay there where it's cold. I'm drunk, guys. I'm drunk. Let me get your number. I'll start throwing out some shitty lines. If there's any women in the audience, are your feet tired? Because you must have fell from heaven. That's not how that goes. Give me your number. That's my lines right there. Pretty good, right? That's pretty good flirting. That's like room full of dudes. Like, what are you talking about? You guys got to get out of the cold. What are you doing? Everybody just move to Arizona and get it over with. Then we can all live together. Yeah, see, I can't stand the cold. I really hate cold a lot. Do you want a bologna sandwich? Is that something I've said? Remind me, because I've said a lot of shit that I don't remember in Drunken Terry's and whatnot. It sounds familiar. You want a bologna sandwich? You guys remember my lame jokes better than I do. Oh, right on, John. Yeah, you really should. That'd be great. Although I don't know if you can get down into the mine shaft that they filmed, but if you can, you should. And also be careful. I like Terminator 1 too. I love Terminator 1 and 2. I really think those movies are pretty excellent. Three's okay. And then after that, I could give a fuck. Do you want a bologna sandwich? That's really something I've said. How embarrassing. I gotta take all my videos off of YouTube immediately. Embarrassing. Now, people say that, but I disagree now. Fuck that. Fuck winter. Fuck cold. Everybody's got to stay inside and be fucking layered and cold. You know what? At least in the heat, you can go to the pool or the beach and see hot girls in bikinis and shit or nude. Yeah, it's just a personal preference. I fucking hate the cold so much I can't stand it. I don't like either extreme, but I can handle the heat better. But that's everybody. Everybody got their preferences. Like I can't, like the thought of trying to snowboard. Like at least like with the heat, like I said, you can go to the lake and have some fun, but you're gonna be cool at the lake or the river or wherever at the pool. But like snowboarding, you're just always gonna be cold, even if you're trying to have fun. I can't even imagine having any fun in the snow. That's how much I hate it. All I can like I'm getting cold just thinking about it. I would spend approximately 15 minutes out in the cold if somebody was like, "Hey, let's go skiing or snowboarding," and then I'd be like, "No, I'm gonna go back to the to the fireplace. Fuck this. This ain't fun." But personal preference. Personal preference. I know a lot of people that love the cold. They do. I think they're absolutely insane. Yeah, Hollywood's killing itself, I think. Hollywood is committing suicide for show. Yeah. I was watching this movie. Oh, it was the Grotesque. The movie I keep telling everybody not to watch. And it was set out kind of in the cold. And I was just sitting there like watching the movie, like just because I'm watching some people run around in the cold, I'm like so I just want to go to Hawaii where it's perfect all the time. That's that's so me. Like, please don't make me experience extremes. I want perfection at all times. You can always put more clothes on, but you can only take so much off. Oh, I already said that, huh? Nah, although to your point, and I was trying to make a point about in the heat. At least you can see hot girls in bikinis. You also have to see the fat, ugly people in bikinis too. So there's some drawbacks there. Sorry, I'm buzzing. Here, I got these movie things. We're gonna talk about some shit on here. What about the faculty? What do you guys think about the faculty? Is it like where does that even fall? Any kind of classic? 90s classic? Not a classic at all? Forgettable? What do you think? Ooh, this chair. I have to sit in it this way. They don't remember it. Think body snatchers, but with 90s teens. I like it. I like it. And I think the creature at the end is pretty interesting. Pretty good. Anybody else? Anybody else want to throw in on some faculty? It was a big deal when it came out, but then it was one of those things that just kind of like faded, and you never hardly ever hear anybody talk about it. All right, I'm gonna sit here. Yeah. Yes, Gary, that is correct. John JC, how old are you, son? You a youngin? I was prime age. Yeah, I was in high school when the faculty came out. Yeah, John Stewart is in it. He's in 2 movies, I think. He was in The Faculty and High Half Baked. Half Baked. He was in Half Baked. You're 35, really? All right, not that much younger than myself. See, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody really. There's nothing to say about The Faculty for anybody. It's just kind of a forgotten movie. All right. What? See, I'm looking at my movie pack. So what about this one? What about Cursed? Wes Craven werewolf movie. I've not seen. Oh no, is that any good? I remember. Oh, as an Ophelia. Maybe I don't know that movie. What do you guys think about Cursed? Anybody see? I'm bringing up all these. It was mad. Yeah, it was male. It was male, right? Wes Craven, man. I'll tell you, that guy made some great movies and some stinkers at the same time. Like, here's something I'll bring up: Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing, I think, is a forgotten Wes Craven movie, and I think it's horrible. What do you guys think about Swamp Thing? You can definitely tell it was one of his first movies. I know I'm all over the place here. I went from Faculty to Cursed to Swamp Thing. Try to keep up. Come on. Come on. We talked about Faculty, forgettable. One person saw Cursed. Oh God, I forgot about the TV show, the Swamp Thing TV show. Oh my God, I used to watch that. Oh, I forgot all about it. Heather Locklear? No. Was that the sequel? I think that might be the sequel. We're talking Adrienne Barbeau. No, that's not true. Most of these suck, but not all of them. The new one. Oh, the new TV show. Yeah, that's right. I don't watch TV, so I didn't see it. But I think there was a TV show back in the day that I used to watch, a Swamp Thing TV show for sure. I think I remember that. Yeah, it's like coming back to me. I want to say, or unless I'm having some kind of an aneurysm right now. Well, nobody's got any opinions on the original Swamp Thing? Because I thought it sucked, but I just wanted to see. It's another one of those forgotten movies. And I don't think I've seen Return of Swamp Thing, so I'll have to check it out. Yeah, you don't watch it. If you've never seen the original Swamp Thing, I would suggest not watching it. It's pretty bland. But I wanted to see if anybody else knew. All right, so let's move on to Children of the Corn, the original movie. What do you guys think? Because this is another one. It's not that great. It's okay because I think I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but it's not great. And sometimes you can't believe the movies that spawn franchises, like Silent Night, Deadly Night. Every movie in that franchise is so different. Or Children of the Corn. Why is there like 12 Children of the Corn movies? Okay, see, I should. Yeah, thanks a lot, Josh. I will definitely check out Swamp Thing too. I like Jim Wynorski, so, and it's got to be better than the first Swamp Thing. Sorry, Wes. I do love Wes Craven, but man, he made some bad movies too. Yeah, The Thing is a fucking fantastic movie. That goes without saying. I think everybody already knows that. Everyone already knows that movie is great. I don't need to tell y'all. The Thing prequel was bad. I saw it once and I liked it. But the fact that I only seen it one time, like 6 years ago, that should tell you something. Here, I'm tripping now about, was there like a 90s Swamp Thing TV show? I'm pretty sure I watched. I'll have to look that up. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is pretty funny. I have not seen the cartoon though. You guys know there's a Tales from the Crypt cartoon? Tales from the Crypt Keeper? You can watch it on Tubi. No, I don't like extreme horror. For the most part. There's probably some exceptions, but no, not my thing. I like so bad it's good 80s corny horror movies, like a lot more than everyone else, I think, sadly. Oh, you don't like it either? Hey, Kristen, thanks a lot. Christian, sorry, I get names wrong. No, I like corny horror movies, and I like serious ones too. Like I would consider Exorcist and Exorcist 3 really well made, serious horror. But I can't help that I love corny old horror movies. I just can't help it. You're making me between Graduation Day or Happy Birthday to Me. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough. Ooh, that's tough. That might be a tie. Fuck, that might be a tie. I think I'd have to go with Graduation Day. I think it's cornier and funnier to me. So there you go. The Puppet Master movies, yeah. Those are also pretty cool. They get pretty shitty, but it still does make me laugh. It does. Where was my beer drinking, pumpkin carving Halloween live stream? Yeah, I fucking dropped the ball, didn't I? Spooky guy, what up? Oh, I see. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Graduation Day and Happy Birthday to Me are probably tied. I think Graduation Day just barely edges it out for me. Gary, are you saying you've only seen the first Puppet Master? You got to watch the first 3 at least. Yeah, Jack Frost is very funny. It's kind of on the list to watch because of this time of year. Again, that the Jack Frost rape scene is the first thing I've ever seen from the whole movie. My friend and I were just clicking through channels. And we just clicked on like, oh, there was some girl in the bathtub, like a hot girl in the bathtub. So we stopped, right? And we're watching it, and then the water becomes a snowman and raped her. And we were like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? What did we watch? I think, John, that I probably agree that the second Puppet Master is probably the best. I think they're all pretty bad though. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Black Christmas remake? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should, if there's some kind of a trailer to watch, I should probably check it out. But otherwise, when you guys ask me, like, what do you think about new horror? And I'm always like, Scanners or The Fly. The Fly, man. The Fly. Scanners is Hey, you're back. Well, no, I'm not really back. I'm just kind of hanging out tonight. Maybe I'll hang out and do these once in a while. We'll see. If you're going to create a new horror icon in a film, what would you do to create the character to stand out? Because we don't have them in cinema nowadays. Yeah, you guys weren't ready to steal my idea? No, I think I've probably talked about this in the past, but I came up with an idea for a new horror. Hold on, let me turn this music down. It's getting a little loud. For my own horror franchise, or maybe not a franchise, but a new horror movie that meant to, here, I'll just turn it off, meant to be retro, kind of like 80s, and it's called The Aggressor, and it's about this guy that doesn't use weapons. He just pulverizes you with his fists. He's the aggressor. Yeah. If you've ever seen old movie called Luther the Geek, something along those lines, kind of a gritty, maybe exploitation feel to the movie, meant to be old school. That's my idea. Somebody that, he's not like a Jason or a Michael. He's a person. He still has a job. He's in society, but he's fucked up. And when he gets a hold of you, he just uses his fists. It's called The Aggressor. Well, that's my title for it. So there you go. You guys can steal that now. Somebody else write that script and then make it. Happy Death Day. I enjoyed it. I've not seen the sequel though. Hey, X-Spawn, why would you ask me? To answer your question, nigga, I am racist. So get the fuck out of here. Well, I just don't, what I don't like about modern horror is the pacing and the editing and the jump scares and the fucking stupid jump scare noise. Everything's, the pacing gotta be quick, gotta get to the point. Got a rapid edit like a music video at all times, and it's just not my thing, man. Although if they can, there's some movies that I kind of talked about earlier, trying to take horror a little bit more seriously. And even when I don't really care about the movies, I do appreciate when they try to take it more seriously. So not all horror, not all modern horror is bad. It's just not my cup of tea. And I know in the past I've actually gotten a lot of flack. Yeah, the lack of practical effects is a great example. The fact that so many modern horror movies got to be PG-13 is another problem that I have. I've gotten flack in the past for not caring so much about modern horror. I remember specific comments, people saying, "Why don't you watch some sometime? Click it, like just start one and watch it." And it made me realize, so you think that I don't like modern horror because I've not seen it, but that's not the case. I came to the conclusion that I don't like modern horror from watching modern horror, and that's why I gave up. Like when 80%, 85, 90% of the time I'm just disappointed, why keep going? Why keep doing it, It's not that I blindly hate it, but 90% of the time I watch a modern horror movie and I'm just like, ugh, it's not for me. All right. Freddy Krueger was racist as fuck. All right. Can you point out any specific examples for me? I'd love to understand Freddy Krueger's racism. That'd be interesting. Say what, Cracker? Oh, okay. Let's see. This has actually been going on for a while now. I remember starting to get sick of the jump scares and fast editing around 2006. Exactly, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. It's like, it's not that I came to this conclusion without watching the movies. It was over years and years and years of keeping trying and then realizing that what a lot of modern horror has become just doesn't do it for me. And I don't want that to be the case. I don't want to be the contrarian. I want to like what comes out. That'd be great. You know how fucking like psyched that would be if I could always be excited, like, yeah, the new whatever is coming out. I wish I could be. Yeah, and remakes. Half of the shit that comes out is just a remake. And see, you guys, you did this. You wanted to trigger me into a rant. I know you motherfuckers, and you did it. Do I think it's generational? It has a lot to do with Hollywood and Hollywood trying to get profit over art. And this is a big thing that's gone down for a long time. No, I don't watch Cody Leach. I'm aware of him though, and I have nothing bad to say. Got my beer right here. Yeah, I think Hollywood. Uh, they're afraid to take risks and they're afraid to go in different directions because with the way that society is becoming, the way technology is advancing, people don't have to leave their houses as much to go see movies. People have theaters in their living rooms now. Who needs to go to the theater, right? So in order to get people into those theaters, well, you got your superhero movies. That's a solid draw. Other than that, remakes. People recognize the title. Maybe they'll enough people will come because they recognize the title to make enough money that opening weekend before they figure out that it's terrible and then the attendance drops off. It has a lot to do with Hollywood being afraid to take risks anymore. And I hate to repeat myself, but to reiterate a point that I made on a review I did a long time ago, my Nightmare on Elm Street remake review, I just want to say this one more time. To my point is that when Wes Craven was shopping the script for the original Nightmare on Elm Street to Hollywood, everyone rejected it. Everybody rejected the original Nightmare on Elm Street script until finally Bob Shea and New Line decided to take a risk. Now, if it was about money for Wes Craven, when he got rejected even a few times, he would have gave up, right? He would have said, fuck it, no one's interested in that. Let me write a script that's going to get funding and is going to make money. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about money. It was about seeing that vision come to life. And that's what's different now compared to back then, is Hollywood isn't about finding vision. It's about staying safe. Do they recognize this title? Do they recognize these characters? Will they come see it because it's something that they've heard about? That's the way I see it. And you've heard it here first. I love this. John JC says, I had a friend recommend a film to me because they said there was a lot of good jump scares, and I don't talk to that person much anymore, and I don't blame you. Look, jump scares in itself is not a bad thing, but when your whole movie is relying on that sound, oh, I hate that fucking sound. Boom. Oh, they told me to be afraid. I guess I better be afraid now. They told me with the sound, it's time to be afraid. I hate that sound. I don't think jump scares are that bad when it's a minimum. But when every creeping around, ooh, there's some suspense, and then it always just ends in that sound, and somebody just shows up. Oh, it's just a jump scare. Oh, it's whatever. It was this other person. Fuck it. It's bullshit. That's not horror. Jump scares aren't horror. They can serve a purpose, but it shouldn't all just be jump scares, in my opinion. Whew, man, we're going on almost 2 hours now. This guy's trying so hard to get attention. Look at him. I love it when people come on here trying to get I'm gonna go pretty soon, guys. I'll give it another 10 minutes. You guys want to wrap up talking? Any last questions for the last 10 minutes? The A button. I recognize that name from a while back. I already talked about Halloween 2018, but I don't like it. I think it lacked suspense and tension, and it was full of, and I'm going to catch flack for this, but it was definitely full of social justice warrior propaganda. If you know how to break those things down, you know how to see it, and it's definitely there. It's a sad thing that so much of Hollywood movies has to be agenda driven these days, but unfortunately it is. I'll talk about some things I liked about the new Halloween, okay? Because I didn't like most of it, but I liked the score by John Carpenter. It's great. I listened to it. I'll just put it on. Love it. The score is great. The costume and the mask is pretty good. I'm not a fan of Old Man Myers' mask, but they shot it really well. Guy that played Michael Myers did a pretty good job. And that's all I can say. That's my positives. You know that shot, that scene where he shows up in Haddonfield, and it's the one shot where he walks through all the houses and kills people. If there was more of that, oh, I probably really, really would have liked the movie. Now there's a white power guy. Let me tell you something else, guys. These two fools right here are good examples of why I stay away from YouTube now. Those are perfect examples. I bet I know who these guys are. It's the same two trolls that troll every horror channel. It's the same two losers. Yeah, I probably will stream some metal soon. I've been like just devouring heavy metal like a lot. So we're gonna have to have a metal Monday. Oh, I know you do, and I know who you are. You guys are really obvious every time. You and your little butt buddy, you're always together, aren't you? All right, 8 minutes. If anybody's got last questions. Yeah, I've been on for almost 2 hours and my back is killing me, so I'm gonna have to go. How many beers have I had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I want to say. No, not really looking forward to the more Halloween movies unless they bring suspense and tension back. If they can bring suspense and tension to the movies, then I'd be a lot more interested. Bye bye, Gary. I have seen A Quiet Place. I did like it, yeah. I liked it. It was good. I fell off. Yeah, I agree, the A button. I am so tired of the Laurie Strode storyline. I am so tired. Demonic Toys is dumb, but it's fun. It's entertaining enough. You're on beer number 10. I'm going to get there, X-Spawn. I'll get there. What are you drinking? Yeah, 5 minutes, and then I'm going to get on out of here. You guys should read my script. I guess it's not really, you can't really find it anywhere. But everybody would just hate on it. That's one of the reasons why I didn't release it for you guys to read, because everybody just hate on it. Yeah, I'm over Laurie Strode, like really over it. They're just beating a dead horse, and I really used to like that character, and now I'm just tired of her. The hell is up, Dino? You're so late. Um, Sure, we can talk about that. Talk about horror hotties. Yeah, I got to go here in a minute. Um, but I'll give it a few more. That's what I'm talking about, spooky guy. That's what my script is about. My Halloween fan script, not even a single place in the whole thing do I mention Laurie Strode's name. It's about new characters. That's what I'm talking about. Child's Play TV series. I don't really care, but I'll check it out when it comes out. How can that work? And like the new Child's Play movie was like about a robot. So is this TV series going to also be about a robot Chucky, or is it going to be about the Strangler Chucky? Like how's that going to work? Hey, thanks everybody for caring about me, whatnot. My favorite Psycho is the first one. Yeah, Dino, you didn't like the first It, so I can only imagine. I haven't seen the second one, but I've heard it's pretty blah. I like Psycho 1 and 3, and a lot of people don't like 3, but I think it has its merits. I think it has its merits. And Psycho 2 is I like it all right, just not as much as everybody else does. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's interesting. But the problem is, I hope that the Child's Play TV show is not as corny as Cult of Chucky. Hopefully, it goes back to a bit of a more of the horror roots of the original. Because that's what I really like. I like Chucky and the original. It's yeah. I kind of miss that Chucky. My favorite beer is liquid amber ale, but that's a local thing. Other than that, probably at this point, maybe like a shock top. Heineken was my favorite for a long time. Yeah, there's people out there that really dislike Kane Hodder as Jason. I noticed that, and that's their prerogative. I hear them. The biggest argument I hear them say is that Jason's dead. Why is he breathing? That's so stupid. And I'm just like, well, yeah, I guess he could just stand there and not offer any kind of a personality or nuance, I guess. But I like Kane's presence quite a bit. 1 minute left, motherfuckers. And then if I can figure out how to end this stream, then I will. Or if I can't, then you guys can watch me sleep because I like all of the Jasons except for Ken Kersinger. And he might have sucked because of Ronnie Yu and not necessarily because of himself. But my favorite is Kane Hodder. I like his presence a lot. But I like a lot of the Jasons quite a bit. They're all pretty cool. And you guys can watch me. You can listen to me snore. I hear I snore pretty loud. Maybe I'll talk in my sleep too. Was it CJ Graham? Oh, see, I almost said it in time. Yeah, they are making a new subspecies. That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. That's awesome. Is Jurassic Park a horror movie? No, sir. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for showing up and talking to me after all this time that I've been gone. And you guys go watch some horror. I'm going to. And I'll see you in about 5 years when I do another stream. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to stop this. Oh, here we go. All right, peace.